They are 5 lights, and away we go eventually. There we go, we're off. As Bundy gets a pretty good start, as we can't see anything. He holds that P1 position. You see HDR Diamonds in that has taken the inside line as they come together on the exit of turn 1. That could be a lot worse than actually what it was. We see Blondie's actually getting swamped here now by the rest of the drivers coming up behind him, as Kwashi does get sent a little wide. But a good start here from Diamonds. A little bit of a rough and tumble here in the middle of the grid. I think there's someone here on the way in. I think that was Allied Squire.
Somebody went wide. I'm not sure who it was. Yeah, Rabble and Gunza were fairly close together.
There's a Haas that just went round. I believe that was Diamonds.
Ouch.
There was a big incident
and
there
the McLaren as well.
Yeah, big incident there.
I don't know what happened to the Red Bull there, but the Red Bull went to the side.
Tire situation. You see those bottom 4 are on the hards. They did pit early on. As you see, Allied Squire is dying to get past, and he's on. It looked like those were on the softs, but he's on those mediums. He's trying to get past E9 Barcode to get that position done, but he should potentially just wait until the arrest is activated.
I'm surprised Rabble didn't take the opportunity to pit, but I think the double stack would have killed him. So I think he just come out of that worse than Gunza.
Yeah, I believe so. Bit unfortunate timing for young Rabble. But you see, E9 Barcode and Allied Square are battling like crazy here. Allied Square up the inside. He does get that position done around the 2-parter right-hander. But I think he actually may have gone to track limits there, because he did go off the track slightly.
What's the pit stop? And it's about 20 seconds.
Something kind of around that, yeah.
I think it wouldn't be a bad shout. Comes out in P14, but he has a bit of clean air. Realistically, yeah, you might get that traffic in the end, but he's gonna have. I'd imagine he's gonna go mediums. Maybe he goes hard. He's still gonna have the fresher hards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. And you see actually Humane taking that P3 position over Oliver. So Oliver's dropped up the pace slightly. It does look like those hards are definitely coming into their element at the moment. You see the pace that Humane has and the grip, the traction that he has in these corners is way, way better than what Oliver was getting. But I tell you what, this is actually getting very, very interesting between these top 4. Now Blunty has a bit of a disaster due to the speed in the pit lane, but that 5 seconds is a lot. It'll affect him later on. But Death Star's in a really good position here. Humane's doing really well at the moment as well, but Oliver and Rousey up behind. And the thing as well, Humane is on a 6-second time penalty, as I was about to say 3 seconds. He's on 6 seconds now at the moment, as he has 2 track limits penalties, which is not ideal, especially for later on in the race. I wouldn't be surprised here now if Deathstar does choose. Yes, he's going to pit here, see what he can do in terms of the pace when he comes back out later on.
Considering Diamond is doing a lot of fighting with these wire tires.
Has Diamonds pitted? No, he hasn't. So I wouldn't be surprised here if Diamonds does pit soon. As I see a freeway drag race down the pit straight between Humane, Oliver, and E9 Barcode. As Humane and Oliver go wheel to wheel in the first corner, but Humane comes out on top of that little scrap as he holds that final podium position. But Deathstar and Blondie are having a fantastic race at the moment, as they're 6 seconds, well almost 7 seconds up the road. Happy days. We see Rousey up behind E9 Barcode. He does have a DRS open. Let's see Quashi getting another 3-second penalty. Now I want to jump on board here with Graver and Lanny now.
I'm on board with Lanny right here as well.
Yeah, the reason why is because in our last race in France, Lanny and Graver were having an absolute battle. Now Graver is on 13 lap olds. I wonder if he's going to take them. I don't think it's worth him even trying to take them to the end. I think he's just begging for a safety car at this point. This isn't really a fight that he can even challenge between himself and Lanny.
This fight here should just be for P10 right now. If he overfights this, he could end up seeing himself outside.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I agree. It's a
Sorry, excuse me. Contact over Lanny.
And you can see that the traction that Graver just doesn't have in comparison to what Lanny has. Lanny can brake so much later. Look at the gains she's getting during these corners in sector 2.
E9 lose positions there to Allied Square.
I think it's just a matter of time here before Graver does lose this position. over Lanny. There she goes by, gets that P9 position. And now actually the best thing to happen here for Griever is if he can kind of keep up as much as he can.
So DRS, he'd be happy enough with this because Lanny was so much faster that she was like 2 or 3 seconds behind there.
As we see, actually, a fantastic move here from Elliot Squire going on the outside line. He did have DRS, but he got the outside line over Enon
Griever's not having it. Griever's coming back at Lanny. Oh! He's not letting him slide.
But
Bunty goes by Death Star.
Yeah, these two lads here up front have been fighting back and forth the entire race. They've been using the DRS, just slipstreaming, kind of pulling each other along and getting a wee bit of a slipstream to kind of slingshot each other to keep that gap. I think that's the reason why they're actually able to keep the soft side for so long.
E9 went in. Is that the second stop?
Yes, indeed. We'll jump on board with that little battle. I think Diamond's just definitely struggling for grip here on those old. Oh, has he? What the heck just happened there?
Square
Did anyone see? Am I going crazy or what's going on?
What was that?
I think even Griever was a bit like, what? What? It is an EA bug, but look, I want to jump on board here with Blunty and Death Star. Now, Blunty does have a 5-second penalty. It is the final lap here off the session, or of the Grand Prix. So I want to see if what they decide to do. I mean, the Death Star's in the bag anyway, unless Blunty decides to ram him aside and push him out of the race. But let's hope that doesn't happen. But I think they're probably in a party, and they they take it to the end. It's been a very, very calm and collected race from both of these drivers. The only issue here with Blunty having that 5-second penalty, that's only potential hindrance that he has had. But look, they've got a really good gap between themselves and Humane. And Humane does have that time penalty as well. Now, even with Oliver behind with no time penalties, the gap isn't small enough to catch up. Now, Griever does get that fastest lap off the session, so he has done a bit of a bad manner in terms of getting that fastest lap and taking that point away from those top runners. Now, he won't get the bonus point due to finishing potentially P11, but actually no, he might, depending on penalties. He may actually fly up the grid. Now, Quashi has got 12 seconds, but I think that's a bit. No, it'd be too hard. But not to worry, as we see Death Star and Blunty coming through the final corner here off the Qatar Grand Prix, as we see a caution in sector 3. See if Blunty does try and have a wee drag race towards the.
I was trying to.
Oh, that looked really good actually.
Oh, he got a penalty.
They've done
the unserved one. Yeah, I saw that. That's all.
The McLaren orange arrows. But the papaya orange arrows, so we see Oliver taking that podium position as Humane does across the line, but he does have that 12-second time penalty. Sorry, words. So he does lose out in that podium position. Rousey follows suit there with P4, Squire in P5, Blur P6, Humane P7, Lanny going across the line there for P8, Quashi across the line in P9. I may potentially lose, yeah, he definitely will lose positions over E9 due to penalties. As you see, they swap positions, E9 taking that P9 position, Quashi taking P10. Griever going across the line in P11. I think
that's all it's road.
The gap is too big as he finishes P11. Gonza, the final lap, he has had a bit of a disaster today. Had a disaster in qualifying.
Much Forza.
Too much Forza indeed. And Rabble follows suit here in the final corner, taking that P13, and then Diamonds not too far behind in that Haas.